everyone. Informative edu.
Thanks for joining us today. This is Sunday Delight, your Sunday capsule. I know you will be wondering, seeing me anchoring the program today. My sister from another mother, Yemisi Elebio, that you are used to seeing, is on her annual leave. And for these few weeks, you will be seeing more of me, so don't worry. All you are going to get is going to be spiced, just like my sister used to bring them to you. This week on Sunday Delight, we have a lot lined up for your enjoyment. Let's take this musicals, after which we'll be back.
Let me know, let me know what they know my story. From old dogs to do, I be hustle to walk. Me and City. From old dogs to do, we been hustle to walk. My people dead, my people suffer. Them they pray for blessing. My people dead, them they pray for blessing, for better living. Kilo dale, aye ole to yo, aye oni double, adura lo le she o, call on daddy, adura gba o, issue anybody, I forward boja. I am feeling good tonight. This thing got me thanking God for life. Oh, I can't explain. I can't explain. Yeah. I am feeling good tonight. This thing got me thanking God for life. I can't explain. I can't explain. I say, near you ever. They know my story. From old dogs to you, I be hustle to walk. Say, near you ever. Me and City. From old dogs to you, we been hustle to walk. See, I kill a fool, mommy.
I hope you enjoyed that music you've just listened and danced to. Every 8th of October is set aside as World Sight Day, also known as WSD. Bringing hope to sight is the theme for this year. So as a result of this, Sunday Delight crew went out to sample people's opinion on how much they know about this day. Let's see what they have to say.
Yes, Sunday caps.
Sunday Delight is your #1 entertainment program packaged with amazing and entertaining content to make your week on NTA Zokoto Network Center. Segments to watch out for are motivational talks and quotes, women's world, what men want, health tips, and lots more. Join us every Sunday
From 6 to 6:30 p.m.
In Sunday Delight, you can advertise and promote your goods and services and also showcase your events at an affordable price. We don't want to miss an episode of Sunday Delight. Join us every Sunday on Star Times platform on Channel 103 and on our regular Channel 7. Sunday Delight, a must watch.
A must watch for everyone. This is Sunday Delight. A must watch for everyone.
Light. We are out here in the streets to find out people's awareness of the International Day for Sight. Beside me here is Cynthia. We want to find out from her if she is aware of this special day. Cynthia, thanks for joining us on Sunday Delight. Are you aware of today, 8th of October, as World Sight Day?
No, I'm not aware.
Wow, you are not aware. So can you tell me, do you know what the day is talking about?
Apart from now you are telling me, so I don't have an idea of what it is. Then God let me know.
Okay. The World Health Organization sets today, every 8th of October, as International Day for Sight. And each year comes out with a theme. This year's theme is Hope in Sight. So now, Cynthia, do you see clearly?
Yeah, I see clearly.
So you do all your readings and writing without the help of a glass?
Yes.
So how about, is there anybody in your family that has problem with this or sight?
Not really. Not really.
So like people, what advice do you have for people like you out there who are not aware of the importance of this thing?
It's good to be aware of this day, in order to take precautions. Yes, it's good. So that you'll be aware of it, to know especially the environment we are in, the Sokoto sun and all that. So especially for your vision, for taking care of your good vision, you're supposed to be aware of this.
So how often do you go for eye checkup?
I've never gone for eye checkup.
Truly?
I can't remember when last I go for checkup.
Okay, so when you have a problem with your eye, or the children, or what do you do?
I normally go and for a doctor, maybe to write the medications, then I will go and buy and use the medication for them. Sight is very important because if you are not seeing, you can't do anywhere as if you are half human, because you can't do anything till when somebody help you. It's very important for somebody to take good care of his eyes and regularly go for a checkup if possible. I can see clearly and I can read clearly. Sometimes I even, to my colleagues, if they said they are not seeing something maybe on a paper, I used to say, see something boldly, but then they say they can't see it till when they use glasses. So I'm impressed.
So precisely, I am not aware. But sometimes I need to have people saying about that, but I don't know anything related to that, actually.
How often do you go for checkup?
Related to the sight?
Yes, your eyes.
Never.
You've never. And do you see clearly?
No, I'm healthy, okay.
So you read, do you use glasses?
I do used to, yes, always I used to read.
You read with?
With my eyes.
Just your eyes without glasses?
No, nothing I am using.
Okay, so now, sir, what advice will you give to people out there?
Okay, my advice given to the people, the eyes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given to them is a ni'mah to them. So they're supposed to use it rightly where it is expected to be used. Because it is one of the ni'mah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you over it. Have you used it where it is supposed to be used?
I'm not aware, man.
So now, how often do you go for checkup?
Just once. That was last year.
Okay.
When I was going for camp.
Okay, so when you have problems with your eyes, what do you do?
Whenever I have problems with my eyes, I will just do the natural way.
What is the natural way?
By putting water into a big bowl, then dipping your eye inside the water. Then you remove your eye back. Then it will be okay.
I'm aware of the International Day of Sight set aside by the World Health Organization to cater for the sight of an individual, how to take care of his sight and the importance of the sight. I can even remember I heard the news today on the theme for the International Day of Sight. The theme is okay, and sight, as we can say, is very important to human being, because seeing is an important thing to a human being no matter what. Once you can see this, it saves a lot in human life. And the World Health Organization have set this day as an important day for everybody to celebrate.
So sir, looking at times we get so carried away and busy that we hardly go for checkup. on our side. So what do you think about this? How often do you go for
At least check-up in a normal situation. An average Nigerian is supposed to go for site checking at least quarterly, 3 to 4 times in a year. Nothing, you just go see the doctor, let him check the sites. All those dust and whatsoever that are accumulating in your eyes, there are some drops, eye drops that you use to clear all those things to keep your sight physical, not necessarily that you must use glasses. Because at age goes, some start using glasses at 45 to 50. If you are taking care of your sight, visiting doctor often, at least quarterly, you cannot use even glasses at the rate of 50.
Let's go back to the studio with the continuation of Sunday Delight.
This is Sunday Delight, a must watch for every.
You can watch our programs via NTA Sokoto platforms like YouTube, www.ntasokoto.com, and Facebook via www.ntasokoto.com. That is going to be an added advantage to whatever you showcase in our program.
Yes, your Sunday Caps.
Sunday Delight is your number one entertainment program packaged with amazing and entertaining content to make your week on NTA Sokoto Network Center. Segments to watch out for are motivational talks and quotes, women's world, what men want, health tips, and lots more. Join us every Sunday
From 6 to 6:30 p.m.
In Sunday Delight, you can advertise and promote your goods and services and also showcase your events at an affordable price. We don't want to miss an episode of Sunday Delight. Join us every Sunday on Star Times platform on Channel 103 and on our regular Channel 7. Sunday Delight, a must watch.
A must watch for everyone.
To shed more light on the importance of the World Sight Day, with me in the studio today, I have an ophthalmologist. He is Dr. Nasir Muhammad. He is an associate professor in Usman Dafodio University. Doctor, you are welcome to Sunday Delight.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you here.
For the Sunday capsules.
Yes. 8th of October every year is set aside as World Sight Day. Why this celebration?
The World Sight Day, celebrated every second Thursday of October in each year, is a day set aside by the WHO and other stakeholders to create awareness about eye health, about vision, about visual impairment, about blindness in the world. For the general public, it's a day to remember your sight, to have an eye check. People need to be reminded to be visiting health facilities to get their eyes checked. Those in authority need to be reminded that part of the needs of their citizens, those they are responsible for, is their eye health. You need to ensure that facilities have relevant workforce, they have the relevant equipment, drugs, supplies, at a rate that the citizens can afford to enjoy eye health services as close to where they live as possible.
Looking at the importance of this day, we went out to sample people's opinion on the street to know how far or how much they know about this day. But the responses was not too encouraging. Some say they don't even know there's a day set aside for sight. So, sir, what do you think can be done to create more awareness?
More needs to be done. I don't know, did you ask them if they know about eye health, eye care, because that is also another dimension. It's for example, Sokoto has had eye care program for the last 15 years, and we had actually done a study in the villages, even not even the state capital. And we have evidence to know that people are aware of the eye care as eye care. But World Sight Day is a relatively new in terms of, it's only 20 years ago that really celebration of World Sight Day started, and I must admit it's not every year that we really celebrate this as we should, even in Sokoto here. So that is an obvious factor that may not enable many people to be aware, but it's a useful information we've gotten from you, and you and us need to do more to let people
to create
know
more
that
awareness.
their sight is as important as their lives.
Okay, we are talking about World Sight Day. This particular day, what do you do? What is expected to be done on this day?
So like I said, is to create awareness. So each team will fashion out what they could do based on what identified need. For example, here in Sokoto, we organize a public lecture looking at the history of eye health in Sokoto State. And we trace it back to decisions of the World Health Assembly in 1969, eventually leading to a lot of collaborations and partnerships, such that Sokoto benefited from that by partnering with an NGO and setting up an eye care program that has enabled the state to have more eye clinics across the state, to have more doctors trained as ophthalmologists, to have more nurses trained as ophthalmic nurses, to have even optometrists in their employment. They have equipment to do cataract surgeries along with other problems in the society. So that is part of what we did. Additionally, yesterday we were at the orphanage to assess the children there, show them love, assess their vision as members of the society who can get neglected if somebody didn't care. So you find other states, some have been to schools, some have been to schools for the blind, some are doing cataract surgeries for people in need. So it actually depends on the team to look at what they could do in their setting to bring to the notice of everyone.
Oh. Okay, these services you render, are they free? Like a layman out there, you will think maybe when they come on that day, they will get free access, eye checks and other things, or free drugs. So are there things like this?
Actually, everything I mentioned was free.
Okay.
The surgeries are free. Those that need spectacles will be given spectacles free.
That's good.
People will have their eyes checked free. So really everything is free.
Okay. On this day, you give free medical check and free drugs, free glasses. So aside this day, don't you think there should be a routine check in our site? Because if you look at it, like when we went out yesterday, I was amazed with the responses people were given that when they have problems with their eyes, they go to a chemist to get eye drops. They put their eyes in water to remove the droplets, all those kind of. So what advice do you have for people out there?
The advice is for both the healthcare workers and the general public. This your finding tells the healthcare workers there is more that needs to be done. Okay. If people are still thinking chemist is my first point of call, then you need to educate them more. For the general public, you need to appreciate. I can understand chemists happens to be the closest health providing facility to them. But sometimes it can really be a catastrophe, because somebody may end up being given a medicine that is wrong for the problem he or she had. So people should remove that laziness of trying to see a trained health worker at a primary health facility, at a general hospital, get assessed, get the right prescription for the problem you had at that point, and then go to the chemist to get that medicine. People need to understand that. If you have a chemical or something splash into your eye, washing is excellent. Even if you come to us, that's the first thing we do. Okay. We put a lot of irrigating fluid to wash off the chemical. That is good thing. But as soon as you get into that, get to the hospital. Let this thing be assessed and the right treatment, because sometimes you meet the wrong people in a chemist and they give you the wrong drug. Okay. And it only makes it.
So it's not like we know every year comes with a different theme. What is this year's theme?
Hope in sight.
Okay.
There is hope in sight. As the world actually set off to see that by this year, a lot of avoidable blindness is eliminated, meaning people with blindness that could have been prevented, they would have been prevented from getting blind. People that are blind from cataract, which is curable, would have received surgery to cure their blindness. Although we were unable to do it for everyone, but a lot of progress has been made. And that gives each and every one of us hope that with the approach we had taken over the last 2 decades, we are positively impacting. The estimate was by this 2020, there would have been 75 million blind people in the world.
Wow,
but as we speak, we are just talking about 39, 40 million. So almost half of where we would have been. Yes. Despite the fact that more people are getting old, because the bulk of eye problems is in the aged. And the life expectancy has increased in populations across the world, which means there are more elderly people now than what we had 20 years ago, yes. Which means we would have had more blindness than what we had been having, if not for the actions.
So finally, sir, what is your final call to people out there on the importance of taking care of their sight?
Please get your eyes checked. Get your eyes checked. If you are less than 35 years, please make sure at least once every 2 years you get an eye check. If you are 35 years and older, please make sure every year. Don't wait till there is a problem. It's better than cure.
Thank you very much, Doctor. It's a pleasure having you on Sunday Delight.
Thank you very much.
That has been our conversation with Dr. Nasir Muhammad, who is an ophthalmologist in Usman Danfodio University here in Sokoto. He has emphasized the need to take care of our eyes. As we all know, our eyes are very important. So waiting until we have problems before we go for eye checks or go to see a doctor is not the best option. This is where we draw the curtain on Sunday Delight this afternoon. Join us same time, same station next week for a more interesting package. On behalf of Sunday Delight production crew, I want to say a very big thank you to you out there for watching. Bye-bye.
This is Sunday Delight, a must-watch for everyone. Informative, educative, and entertaining. Guaranteed to make your week. Motivational talks, man and women. News of happenings all around. For your best in sports, for your health tips, keep on watching Sunday Delight. Don't touch that dial. You're watching Sunday Delight. Don't touch that dial. It's your Sunday capsule. Don't touch that dial. It's your Sunday